Whatever it takes, I know I can make it through. A Degrassi podcast with Kelsey and Holland too. I know I can make it through.
Hi, and welcome to Whatever It Takes, a podcast about Degrassi the Next Generation. I'm Kelsey.
And I'm Holland. And today we're talking about Season 11, Episodes 40 and 41, Smash Into You. And Kelsey, will you please read us the Degrassi YouTube summary?
Sure. I would like to preface this with I am a little bit sick, so I sound crazy. All right, here we go. Dave gets involved in mock UN in an attempt to get back together with Allie, but Jacinta resurfaces. For the record,
Jacinta.
There is no reference to who Jacinta is in this thing. So,
well, why don't you remember the name of the girl he hooked up with like 7 episodes ago, Kelsey? Come on.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did he say her name?
I truly do not know.
Because they're just without context. Jacinta. Anyway, Adam gets a note from a secret admirer. When Katie's hospital stay requires that she drop out of the mock UN event, Marisol gets teamed up with Mo. And that's it.
Yep, that is it. The episode is called Smash Into You, which I guess is a Beyonce song from 2008. Don't remember this song, but sure. And
Pretty literal.
It's pretty literal. It pretty literally ties into what happens in the climax of this episode.
This episode is bananas.
This episode is you know what? This episode, I know the next episode is called Hollaback Girl, but maybe this one also should have been called Hollaback Girl because this shit is bananas.
Bananas.
Yep, I hear that song whenever I spell that word.
Gwen Stefani teaching us all how to spell bananas in the 8th grade.
Oh gosh, and Fergie teaching us how to spell glamorous.
It's true.
And teaching us how to misspell tasty. There's not an E in tasty, people. No. Okay, yeah, sure, whatever. The song works. Like, if you just focus on the smash part.
Smash.
But the episode starts with
can I just say
with the Summer of 69 sing-along?
That's what I'm like, how did they get the rights to this song?
I'm like, I wrote, guess Bryan Adams isn't too expensive. Also, fun fact, I had two co-workers who went to a Ryan Adams concert, and people kept joking and saying, like, shouting out Summer of 69 as a request, and apparently that doesn't make Ryan Adams very happy.
It's hilarious. Also, who goes to a Ryan Adams concert?
I'll tell you who after we record this.
I bet you I can guess.
Fucking Ryan Adams. Anyway, yeah, Summer of 69 sing-along with Adam, Dave, and Drew.
Yeah, and Drew. And also, Dave is texting and driving, which I thought was like an omen, but it is a red herring.
I feel like it's an omen. I feel like it's something that's going to come back, though.
It does come back, but it's definitely a red herring, because I was like, oh, Dave's going to get in an accident at some point in this episode because of his texting and driving. Surprise, that is not what happens.
I mean, he almost runs over Allie in this scene, though.
That is true.
While he's talking about how he's like, I want to get back together with her. Where?
Also,
why doesn't she forgive me yet? And I'm like, dude, you fucking cheated on her.
Yeah, but then he pulls the Ross Geller, we were on a break, and I'm like, whatever.
Ugh.
It didn't work for us. It's not going to work for you.
No. And then
also,
we're
Team Rachel forever. Come
seriously. On. Even if you were on a break, you were on a break for like 7 seconds, and it doesn't mean that what you did wasn't fucking messed up.
Yeah. Gross.
You fucking Ross.
With the copy girl.
With the belly button ring.
Yeah.
Anyway, then we're in the hospital because we're with Katie. Because I forgot she needed surgery on her knee.
Yep.
But I like her braids. We can get into fashion police, I guess.
Sure. I have almost nothing. Allie's hair looks amazing.
I just wrote Allie is gorgeous.
Yep.
Did Dave get taller?
Yeah. I told you, Dave hit puberty.
Okay.
His voice is different. He's a little taller.
Claire's hair looks really good, too.
I honestly don't even remember Claire in this episode.
She was in it for, like... She was in it because she was with Adam's subplot.
Was she? Oh, right. Honestly, I watched this, like... I've been sick and I took some cold medicine and watched it on Thursday, and it's a little fuzzy.
Yeah.
Dave calls Allie's style strip mall style, which is accurate.
Yeah. Jenna wears a gross frilly vest because we know she loves a vest.
God, she really does.
I
really
like
bad vest.
Allie's jean jacket at one point.
Can I just say, for the record, that Jenna dresses like...
Coachella?
No, she dresses like New Mexico.
Yeah. Nah.
Yeah. Yeah. She dresses like...
She dresses like Texas.
I would argue she dresses like turquoise, hippie New Mexico.
Maybe.
She's not enough cowboy hat to be Texas.
She dresses like Arizona. I feel like New Mexico is a little too crunchy granola for Jenna because Jenna still is very much like done up and like frilly, has frills. She wore a frilly vest today.
Is she Phoenix?
I think she dresses like Phoenix.
Okay. She dresses like Phoenix, but she weekends in New Mexico. Which
Just to get her turquoise.
Which is the saddest sentence I've ever said. Anyway. Sorry.
Also, apologies to anyone who lives in either Arizona or New Mexico.
I have family in Nevada and Arizona, so I got no family in New Mexico. Sorry, there's no excuse.
I have some family. Well, my stepdad grew up in New Mexico. I don't know.
All right.
Anyway, we're getting off track.
Dave is wearing a puffy coat.
Claire's dove blazer is back.
I forgot about that. Marisol is wearing feather earrings, which was definitely a thing, but I feel like it was earlier than this, the feather earrings. I thought that was like 2009, 2008.
I don't know.
Because I definitely had feather earrings in like 2008.
Never had feather earrings. Remember feather like hair extension things?
Yes.
I definitely had one of those in college that I put in myself with like pliers because you just like clip like a metal thing to your hair.
Yeah. I feel like that was Kesha's fault.
It was totally Kesha's fault. I like Allie's black coat at Model UN.
Yeah, I was going to say her UN outfit in general looks great.
And that's all I have.
Tristan's incognito sunglasses are fun. They're a fun look. He's
great.
Clearly trying to duck out from the paparazzi.
But we're at the hospital with Katie and Marisol. And Marisol's being all weird about boyfriends or something. I don't know. Marisol and Katie...
I think she's just like lonely and she's sad that Katie's not going to be in school for a little while.
Yeah,
Marisol does not have a lot of friends outside of Katie.
Yeah, and they're doing Model UN, but Katie can't be her partner anymore. Oh, and they're going to be USA for Model UN. Also, surprised that Marisol does Model UN.
I think Marisol just does what Katie does.
True. But yeah, Katie can't do it. And she's like, maybe you'll get partnered with a cute boy. And she's like, okay, let's try to make that happen. But yeah, Degrassi is hosting the provincial Model UN conference, and fucking Dave tries to get in on it after having a spaz entrance to the classroom.
And Allie calls him out in front of everyone.
Yeah.
It's really ballsy. She's like, Dave has ulterior motives.
Yeah. And then...
But Perino lets him
like,
anyway.
well, the more the merrier. Even though I thought there was a waiting list.
Yeah.
Which, like, we later find out... Because, like, how did Dave get to, like, weasel his way in without being put on the waiting list? But Mo was on the waiting list, and once Katie dropped out, he was then allowed to join it. It doesn't make sense.
It does not make sense at all.
But then after they're, like, meeting, Dave is like, why won't you go out with me? Please, please, give me another chance. Give me another chance. Come on, come on, come on. And I was like, no. And I'm like, leave her the fuck alone, Dave. She doesn't want to hang out with you.
Seriously, take a fucking hint. It's more than a hint. Just be like, okay, I respect your wishes. Goodbye.
Exactly.
Goodbye.
It does not send a good message that this pestering eventually works.
Yeah. That's not how that works at all.
No. And then we're with Claire and Adam, like, wrote, like, a short story, I think, about...
he wrote a story about getting shot. It's very emotional.
It's bad that I forgot that he got shot.
I also forgot that he got shot. To the point where, you know the spooky one that I loved that you hated? And so Adam was like, oh, I can't go to the cabin because I have physical therapy. Until he talked about this story, it didn't occur to me that that's what the physical therapy was for.
Oh, they did not handle this shooting very well.
No.
Oh, my God.
There was no nuance.
No.
There's no... Adam doesn't have PTSD. What's going on?
But he got a note from a secret admirer, and then he goes to, like, rip it up because he's like, it has to be a prank. Like, nobody likes me, but just sad.
It is sad. But also, like, I feel like anyone with low self-esteem has had that thought when someone is like, I like you. You're like, well,
What?
no. This is a prank. Bye.
Like, I don't believe you. What are you talking about?
I believe until, like, 10th grade, if anyone was like, I like you, I would be mean in response because I was like, this is a prank.
Yeah. No, I totally get that, too. But he was also like, I don't really want to date right now anyway until I get, like, my business sorted out. So, I don't know.
And also he's all about skating.
Apparently.
Randomly. Sure.
And then we're in some other class, I guess Perino's class, and Marisol is like, oh, Mr. Perino, Katie dropped out. I need a new partner. I was thinking that boy over there, who we've never seen before. But
we'll never see again.
But he's like, oh, no, there's a waiting list. You're going to be with Mo. And it's like, okay.
And they're both like, great.
Yeah. And then we're with Adam, who's going to go try out skateboarding, and Tori is stalking him. And it's clear
like, I have a survey.
Yeah. Like, what kind of person do you, like, what do you look for when you're dating? And
are you single?
Yeah.
Etc.
And she says something like, what if it was meant to be like Chuck and Blair? Because I think Adam's like, I'm not dating. And she's like, what if it's meant to be like Chuck and Blair? And
now has different connotations now that we know some stuff about Ed Westwick.
Yeah. But then also
Chuck and Blair, OTP.
Chuck, not that great.
No, Chuck was also terrible, but still Chuck and Blair OTP. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They're my problematic fave. I can't help it.
100%. But then it's like, all right, well, obviously one of her friends likes Adam. It's either Tristan or Maya. Who will it be?
I figured it was Tristan from
that's
the get-go.
what I figured
I
as
was
well.
like, cool, Tristan. Okay, Adam's not going to be on board.
Yeah. And then we see that Dave has, like, set up the whole gym for Model UN to impress Allie. And I'm like, bro, stop. And
one of them, I can't remember which one, they're talking about how, like, great they were together. And I think it was Dave was like, when we were unstoppable.
Right?
And I was like, lol, when was that? You were together for 45 minutes and it was
he's
always
like,
bad.
Can't you tell me that you ever, like, made such a big mistake and you, like, would want that person to forgive you or something? I don't know. And she's like, we should talk. And then it cuts to them making out in a car, which is disgusting.
Very uncomfortable.
And this is when he says she has cute strip mall style. And
which
then
honestly is super accurate.
And then he gets a text message, like a photo text message that says, have you forgotten about us? And then I was just like, who sends like a TBT photo to a guy that you used to date and be like, what about us?
Literally no one. Like,
and she sends another one.
In my, like, saddest, loneliest, drunkest moments, would never. And I used to be, like, queen of the drunk text. Like, it was a problem.
But you wouldn't, like, send a photo, like, remember?
No, absolutely not. And this is coming from a person who, until, like, a few years ago, would have to get her phone taken from her if she'd been drinking. Because it's like, you are going to text literally any ex-boyfriend. Doesn't matter what decade. It's going to be a problem. You will text until you get a response. Take that phone away from you. I've gotten better, guys.
I've been the friend taking the phone away from the drunk texter. That's always my role.
I think you've taken my phone from me, probably.
Probably.
I know that Michelle and Sam did when I was in Austin. That's a whole different story.
Ooh, okay. I probably have.
You
probably have.
You probably have. I don't do that anymore because I'm 26 and it's not a cute look. But...
and then
in those moments, never sent a picture of us together being like, remember when?
And then she sends another photo that says, you can't hide from me forever, call me. And I'm like, does this work? What is happening? I mean, obviously not, but...
It's like, honestly kind of scary.
And
also,
then,
I couldn't read her name because cold medicine, and I thought it said Jessica. And I was like, who's Jessica?
and then I just wrote, get it together, Jacinta.
I also wrote, get it together, Jacinta.
Oh my god, the other day I almost quoted Get It Together, Trish, and I was like, no, nobody would get it.
No one's going to understand.
Because someone was like, get it together. I was like, yeah, get it together. And then I almost said Trish, and I was like, no, That is from our podcast.
I literally do it all the time. People just roll right over it. They don't even notice half the time.
They don't ever go, oh, what's that from?
No, not really. But it's fun if I do it in front of someone who I know listens to our podcast. Like if I'm with Chelsea, shouts out Chelsea.
Well, that would make more sense. If somebody knows, yeah, why not?